And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gem in the Crypto episode 754. Today is Monday, July 12, 2021. I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
And today is definitely a 10-ish day as I am getting all these settings adjusted. Yes, we were off for a week. Pardon us, folks, for not letting you all know and give you a heads up. We appreciate all the calls, texts, and all that good stuff. We'll get more into that. But the top stories of the day: Bank of America establishes cryptocurrency research division led by Alkesh Shah. UFC sells branding rights to fighters' uniforms, partners with Crypto.com. Ukrainian police have seized 3,800 PS4 consoles used for illegal crypto mining. And El Salvador Bitcoin move will put pressure on networks, says JPMorgan. But first and foremost, Bitcoin Day, what's going on those prices?
Oh, yeah. So let's take a look at our prices for today. Not looking too hot across the board. Bitcoin at $33,552 is down 1% today. Ethereum at $2,104, down 1.4%. Binance Coin at $323 is up 0.58%. Cardano at 134 is down 0.5%. XRP at 63 cents is up 0.5% today. Dogecoin at 21 cents. Oof, I feel bad for the people that bought at 75, down 1.6%. Polkadot at 1520 is down 1.6%. And rounding out our top 10, Uniswap at 2036 is down 0.3%. So a lot of red in the markets, a lot of uncertainty. I keep telling people that anytime you have this long of sideways movement, there's a large company accumulating. And once you figure it out, it'll be too late. The price is going to shoot up, I think, a 10K candle at some point, maybe followed by a 10K down first. But yeah, don't get scared out of the market. Sideways movement. Trading with leverage right now, terrible idea. You're going to get
hilarious.
You can get smacked and chopped right out of the market because you don't know what's going on. This is pure accumulation by a large whale. So stay in the market, accumulate dollar cost average, and you'll be all set.
Well, you mentioned it, so I have to get into it. You did say something about trading with leverage. And since you said, I have to say, folks, the masterclass is officially complete. It is done.
Oh,
boom,
yeah.
boom, bam.
Yeah.
Hand clap, hand clap. We actually do go over margin trade on that because Isaiah is giving you that forewarning for people, as he said, who don't know what they're doing. But if you don't know what you're doing and you take our masterclass, you will know what you're doing when it comes to margin trading. And I say that because, yes, this is not the best time to do it, but it's the best time to do it. But seriously, yes, you do have to be careful. Like I said, I got washed on one like 3 weeks ago, so you're right. It's not the best time to do it. But folks, yes, the masterclass is here. So we do want to start off the day. Again, pardon us for the being MIA the past week. But again, we had a lot going on, closing a lot of deals behind the scenes in and out of crypto. So we had to focus on that. And of course, we wanted to make sure we bring you the best product for the masterclass. Without further ado, we're going to show you the modules, a couple of quick videos. We're super proud of this thing. It's about, well, it's not even about, it is 12 hours long, literally 12 hours long, like on the dot, with 14 different modules. The beginner's edition has 7 modules, mostly going over the fundamental and technical aspects of Bitcoin itself. Whereas the expert edition, we go into everything, the yield farming stuff you all want to talk about, the collateralized loans, and even deeper into the technical side of cryptocurrency, digital assets, and what else? It's everything, like literally everything. So let me go ahead and show you the modules. Bitcoins, they said we are cleared to go on that. So we'll just show you the modules here. We will be using Teachable. As a forewarning, I think the sales page is already public. If it is public, do not buy it yet. Make sure you have signed up for our newsletter on our website, which I'll show you right after this, so we can send you the discount code. We'll be sending those discount codes this morning. But again, we'll have this in-depth section of the history of money. We go all throughout the notable events of Bitcoin from 2009 to now. So if you're one of those people who say, hey, I didn't know this happened in Bitcoin, or I didn't know this happened, or this would have been important to know, well, here you have it. We have an entire section dedicated to that. Bitcoin technical architecture, again, getting into the technical side of mining, the blocks, the hash rates, and actually the SHA-256 algorithm, which we have cleared to watch. So we can actually check this video out as well. We'll give you an example. This is just a shorter video. We cleared 2 1-minute videos for you all. Actually, before I share, I need to share the sound. There we go. Crypto warriors in the house. They showed us how we do it.
Make sure you get here loud and clear.
Right, there we go.
And if you need to take a look at SHA-256 and exactly what that means, a cryptographic hash, it's a signature for a text or data file. And this signature is basically what validates the next block to move forward. If that signature is not correct, it will reject that block. So you can't just have people producing new blocks willy-nilly. They have to actually have the correct signature for the block before. So for example, we can type a message here. This masterclass is awesome. And because of the power of cryptographic hashing, you have a hash here. And if the block before it is expecting this message and they get this hash, then that block will continue or will accept those transactions and then move forward. So this is very basic SHA-256 cryptographic hash, which is what Bitcoin uses in order to have that hash within the block.
Woo! Quick 56 seconds, you already learned something. Listen, you're going to get your value from this masterclass.
Can't push out blocks willy-nilly with SHA-256.
Listen, you're going to get your value from this class. All right. So continuing with the modules, want to make sure we continue to look at the rest of those. Let me reload this page. My screen sharing failed for some reason. Here we go. Let me restart it. All righty. Here it is. So we saw that Bitcoin technical architecture, Bitcoin economic theory. We talk about wallets and exchanges. We do a deep dive. Everyone always asks, what's the best wallet, which mobile wallet, which exchange? We look at all of those wallets and exchanges here. Of course, how to send and receive Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. We looked that over.
And let me jump in there, King, because how to send and receive Bitcoin. We were so far into the weeds. We actually.
I was going to mention that. I'm glad you mentioned it. Tell the story. Tell it.
Yeah. I was going to say we were so far into the weeds of Bitcoin and crypto and all the stuff. We were like, there may be some people who literally don't know how to send it or receive it, and we were like, we actually got to put that in there because again, sometimes when you get such higher level, I know professors in college who can't do simple algebra because they're so far into the calculus they don't remember like some of the basic stuff. So that's kind of where we were. So I'm glad this module definitely came because I'm sure there would have been one person and be like, but how do I send it? And you're like, you think it's easy, but some people need the help.
No, I mean, that seriously is funny, people. You don't know. We had like a good 5-minute back and forth about it because I was like, it was a little bit of laziness, but it was also like, wait. Do we need to put that in there? We was like, we don't need to put it in how to send and receive Bitcoin. We was like, we said we do a master class as like comprehensive, like it's going to cover everything. So he's like, we do have to cover that. So yes, I think I even joked in the video. I might have edited it out, but I know in the initial video I joked because I think the date was like July 1st. I was like, yep, if you see the date July 1st, it's because, yes, we forgot to add how to send and receive Bitcoin in the masterclass itself. That was true. All right, so how to send and receive Bitcoin. Oh, I was going to say also for the wallets and exchanges part, I give you all a quick glimpse of a small percent of my Dogecoin holdings back in January of this year. Keep in mind, it was only on one wallet, and that was a mobile wallet at that, but it was just hilarious, the numbers. So I had to include that for those who buy the course. Of course, we talk about how to do your own research. And then again, that is the, a couple more non-fungible tokens, NFT platforms, green NFTs, the metaverse. And we talk about crypto media. Those first 7 modules are in the beginner's course. The expert course, which covers everything, goes on including security bootcamp. We teach you about VPNs in those, how to access VPNs using exchanges, as well as general security that you may need in your cryptocurrency environment. We talk about different cryptocurrency sectors, smart contract platforms, privacy coins, and exchange coins. We go into stable coins and staking, where to do that at. We talk about decentralized finance. You see all the different Bitcoin ones here, as well as Ethereum. Of course, we get into yield farming. Yield farming will also be sold separately for those who are not interested in the entire class. The expert or beginner edition, they're saying, hey, guys, I already know everything about Bitcoin and crypto. I literally just want to know how to yield farm and do collateralized loans. Or if that's you, we have the yield farming platform to be sold alone as well, but it will be included in the expert edition. It is not included in the beginner's edition. But again, an in-depth video on what is yield farming, sharing those resources as well, where to find more information about it, information on what is liquidity providing and actually how to do it, that tutorial. and then tutorials on yield farming using I think we use about 3 different platforms at least. And then the credit-free collateralized loans as well. And by the way, people, this is the first time you've seen that word because we have just officially tokenized this word. We are creating this word, credit-free collateralized loan. Have you ever heard?
The future. We take you to the future, people.
Boom. When I was doing the tutorial and everything, I was like, what exactly is what is the best way to describe this? And that's what it is a credit-free collateralized loan. And again, I show you how to do that. Unfortunately, some of the high APYs have already decreased, so you weren't able to see it happen instantaneously. But again, you get the ideal. And I think altogether, that's about 3 or 4 hours of lectures there. So a lot going on that yield farming that is including the expert edition, or you can buy that alone. Again, we go into portfolio structure. Woo, people, let me tell you. I'll tell you what, there's a couple, I have to share this Bitcoin, Zay, since you know the background. There's a couple of videos when I was looking at the videos you did. And by the way, folks, there will be some overlap in the videos because, per usual in our research, we do our things independently, but it's good at overlap and it makes us know we both doing the right thing. But a couple of your videos were maybe 4 minutes or 3 minutes. I was like, let me check this out. 3 minutes, what's going on? And in 3 minutes, I was just like, wow.
Straight to the point, baby.
Ooh. Hey, I was like, I did not know you could do this. Like, okay. And with that being said, we have one more video we wanted to share with you again. These will be on the sales pages and all that as well. These are the 2 videos we're making shareable. And that's the sales signal indicator. It is 1 minute long. And let me tell you, people, I was like, hand clap. But also with this video, to actually understand everything that's going on in sales signal, unfortunately, you do need to take the entire module. I noticed that when I was watching the video.
Yeah,
so I was
it won't make too much sense if you don't do the rest of it.
Yeah, I was like, this guy is good. This guy is good, folks. This is what had me excited when I was looking at this masterclass. Here's the sales signal module lecture here.
Important thing to look at on this spreadsheet is the current multiple. And this multiple is a formula that was created to show basically when it goes over something like 5, it would be basically a sell signal. So you can view your portfolio and say to yourself, hey, it's maybe a sell signal for me if it goes over 5. So one thing you can do is take that multiple, format it, go to conditional formatting, and you can format the cells if it's greater than, and I will put 5. And when you do that, as you can see, this cell here turns green, basically showing a sell signal. If you wanted to change that, you could actually come back in here and say, hey, let's actually put that in red so that I know to sell. So that is one tool that you can use to help yourself as far as your portfolio summary, what to do at certain times.
Boom, there it is. A great asset and tool for those who are really trying to become their own bank and manage their own portfolios. I mean, an automatic sales signal indicator in your own portfolio.
And some people, and another thing I want to say, some people may say, hey, there's services that provide sales signals. Let me tell you right now, somebody who's an insider, some of that stuff is political. They push it that way to make you feel like it's the time to sell or time to buy, because they have whales who support these things, and doing the opposite of what you're thinking is exactly how they make their money. So I'm just saying, if you have your own sales signal, you can be your own bank. If you're listening to other people's sales signals, and maybe some political stuff in there. So
there it is. There it is. Okay. And last but definitely not least, out of everything is Bitcoin for business, Bitcoin pay servers, pay wages, treasuries, ATMs. So again, 14 total modules for about 12 hours on the dot, 11 hours and 59 minutes and some seconds of nonstop lectures in the cryptocurrency space, top to bottom. Again, we'll have the beginners and expert edition out today, or the yield farm if you want to buy that alone. And right after the show, look out in your emails. You'll be receiving that discount code for those. Those discount codes will probably only be good for about 24 hours, 48 hours, to be honest. But we'll have more rolling out here in the future on Talk Shop Live and other platforms and other things we have going on. So again, be on the lookout for the masterclass. We're happy to bring it to you. We're both proud of it as well. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout. All right. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the show for the day. A lot going on in the space. I saw Bitcoins that we missed last week. But to start the show off, Bank of America establishes cryptocurrency research division led by Alkesh Shah. Say it ain't so. I mean, they sat me down like a fifth grader in trouble before. Say it ain't so.
Oh, man. I mean, at this point, I just want to give a shout out to the lady at Bank of America who in 2015, when they tried to close down my account for buying crypto, I told her these exact words. You don't have a choice. You're either going to have to learn crypto or they're going to force you to. And she literally laughed in my face. And I never forgot that. So I just want to say, hey, bitch, I was right. I told you, you don't have a choice. You have to capitulate at some point. Bitcoin doesn't need banks. Banks need Bitcoin. And I guarantee you, she won't even be hired in this division. She's going to still sit in that shitty office pushing paperwork until they hire an artificial intelligence robot to take her place. Because, again, everybody capitulates. You don't have a choice. Countries, businesses, banks, doesn't matter. At some point, you have to capitulate. And Bank of America looks like they just took the step. And Alkesh Shah will be responsible for leading the crypto research team. I hope she doesn't hire that lady that works at Bank of America on Santa Monica Boulevard in West Hollywood, California. Oh, I got to go back just to go laugh at her face. I'm just bringing this article. I told you, why don't y'all listen? But again, 2015, it was still kind of a scary time, or 2017, sorry, it's kind of a scary time. And of course, people to themselves, they listen to the FUD. But again, as with JPMorgan, as with Goldman Sachs, as with any bank, they will have to have some sort of crypto or blockchain, whatever they want to call it, DLT. They'll have to have some sort of strategy. But at the end of the day, it'll all be priced in Bitcoin. So good to see here, simply because I do like to be right sometimes, but it just goes to the ethos of what we said. Banks need Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't need banks.
And you know what? I'm like, for one, I can already imagine the comment section now. Like, oh, well, why would you use those words toward it? Like, but you know what? I understand the evil where you're coming from, because it's not even about her specifically or the word. It's about this human and their action. Because I'm with you. There was another, I'm getting close to laying it down too, but there was another one very similar to that who worked for state of California who laughed at me, essentially saying like I wasn't making no money because I don't make no money. So I was like, but I had to think for a second. So I was like, oh yeah. I was like, you know what? Maybe that's not being I was like, maybe I didn't make money for what she was talking about. So I had to remind myself too. I'm like, you know what? They don't know about crypto yet. This isn't their fault. Like they don't understand what they don't know, right? Mm-hmm. But I said the same thing. I'm just laughing, like, okay, like whatever. This is gonna be funny. Like, I can't wait to call you back one day to be like, hey, how's that same job and position you still doing that going for you? Real Talk said, what's our opinion on Pulse? Thank you for the tip as well. It gave us a tip. So what's your opinion on Pulse?
I haven't checked it out much. I have to do more deep research, but
is that Pulse chain? Oh, yeah, I haven't figured it out. Yeah, but not that much. From what I was told, from when Richard came on, he said, more information will be released as it comes out. So that's why the whole thing is about sacrificing, right? Because it's not that information. So you got to sacrifice your money or sacrifice your assets. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly. Since then, we haven't took a deep dive into it. Really quick, want to give some shout outs though while we look into the chat. Jake Fever, Fanteezy, Dylan, Brandon G, Chappie, Litmo, Sergeant Mac, DC, Enura, Jiu-Jitsu, Benjamin, Paris Pear, Junior Malley. Let's see, Ease Bees, Paris. They said they thought the boys did a sweep. Listen, hold on. If anybody, like, you never have to worry about us getting that tap on the shoulder or somebody doing a sweep. We're going at least for myself, I'm going out loud.
Somebody asked me that on Twitter and I was like, dang, can't even take a week off. You just got swept up by the feds. If they did sweep up the Haitian president, but I mean, we way lower than that. We don't have much to do with that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. My thing is, look, I'm just too cool to go out quiet. That's my thing. If people always like drive safe. Like if I get in a car accident, we going 130. It's not gonna be I was going 60 and we got in a car wreck. No, like, so we don't worry about these things. No need to worry, folks. We just don't have to check in with people. So we just take off when we take off, but we're back.
Exactly.
All right. Let's see. UFC is in the news. If you all saw the Conor McGregor Poirier 3 fight, or should I say Poirier 3 versus Conor McGregor's Poirier 3 is definitely 2-1 against him now. If you saw those fights, you saw crypto.com everywhere. I was literally getting messages, emails, text calls. from people from literally everywhere. Like, bro, I am seeing UFC or crypto in the UFC right now. Their minds were blown. This is big. This is big news for mass adoption. UFC has partnered with ESPN, multi-billion-dollar deal. They're getting bigger. Fighting is now back in the mainstream. Thank goodness, like it was back in the day as well. Martial arts are now becoming mainstream again. And now you have these champions that are international, right? You have champions in the UFC in different weight divisions, both male and female from different countries, different nationalities, and different languages. And they are all wearing crypto.com shirts. First of all, shout out to Monaco and that rebrand. I probably should have put that in the class, but this is just now happening. But this was definitely an awesome rebrand because it used to be Monaco, for those who don't know, from the ICO. But it looks like the UFC has sold branding rights to the uniforms worn by fighters in the octagon, and what sources told ESPN's long-term deal value in the low 9 figures over the length of the contract. Have you folks know, this is the second big deal. FTX with the Miami Heat Arena, and now crypto.com. The UFC announced last Wednesday partnership with crypto.com as the promotion's official fight kit partner. The cryptocurrency platform will have its logo on all fighter walkout gear and in-cage gear. The first time the UFC has sold the global rights to that position. The sponsorship deal just began Saturday at UFC 264 in Las Vegas, which was headlined by Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor 3. By the way, a great short fight until, of course, that leg snap or the ankle snap. But yes, people, this is crazy. Bitcoin Zay, what do you say to this?
Oh, yeah. So along with, like you said, FTX with the Miami Heat Stadium, also Portland being supported by StormX, it looks as though crypto.com is basically putting all their money into marketing. I've seen crypto.com signs everywhere, and it looks like they did the same thing with UFC, placing it on all of their fight kits. The deal was worth about 175 million, like you said, which is pretty low to start, but I think this is more of a long-term thing where they believe the next one could be $1 billion partnership once, crypto kind of takes off. And one thing I like too is that they don't stop there. They've also sponsored the Montreal Canadiens, Italian soccer's Coppa Italia, the new sprint format for Formula Ones. They are sponsoring as well. So like I said, I think they have taken the money they got from Monaco from their ICO, pushed it all into marketing, crypto.com cards, so that a lot of people start to get that message. Because again, crypto.com, actually just the name crypto, once people see it, they explore everything else. So it's good for them and good for their business. And of course, some people are like, oh, well, if it's crypto, not Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. It's like, hey, man, all roads lead back to Bitcoin. Who cares how people get there? Because like you were saying earlier, King, you got family members, people from back home, never even talked about money in their life, asking about crypto now. And that's what it takes to become mainstream. So shout out to them.
Yeah, definitely. Big shout out. Folks, this is happening. I mean, it is happening. It is happening. It's happening right in front of our eyes. Bank of America just capitulated. Like, we've been talking about that for years now. Like, for those who don't know the story, like literally 2016, I'm coming back from a military deployment, right? All my money's legal and fair then. I can travel around the world. I can do whatever I need to do for the United States military. I come home and try to use some of my money to buy Bitcoin, and Bank of America sits me down in their office like a schoolboy. I am telling you, it was like the finger wave of the lifetime. And I'm like, it is my money, right? And that's when I knew what Bitcoin Zay was telling me was 100% true. I already knew what he was telling me was 100% true. This is my guy telling me anyway. But when that incident happened is when I'm like, oh, we really on to something. Like, really, what?
Exactly. Like, never seen that in my life. Never.
Right? It was just crazy to me. It was crazy to see that. So again, to come from that and to actually experience that, and like people, like, all jokes aside, it's not a good feeling when you're being told you don't have access to your money or your funds or something, or you have to jump through hoops to it. Like, I understand for those who may have only grew up in like a mainstream society and everything's on the up and up, but if you ever grew up in inner city or something, and you know how people play you for your money, and it's like, whoa, what you trying to talk to me for? What you all this extra? Like, just give me my money. Like, I don't, So that was the feeling I had with Bank of America, and it's crazy to see that now they're jumping back on the Bitcoin, or they're jumping on the Bitcoin train publicly. Crazy to see. All right, let's see. El Salvador Bitcoin will put pressure on the network. It says JPMorgan, daily payment activity in El Salvador would represent more than 1% of the total value of Bitcoin that's been transferred among wallets in the past year. JPMorgan experts say Bitcoin why is JPMorgan still talking about Bitcoin? I thought it was fraudulent.
Yeah, I thought it didn't matter. I thought nobody cared. But again, these banks don't have a choice. Here it says American Mega Bank, JPMorgan has continued criticizing El Salvador's declaration of Bitcoin as legal tender. Of course, they're criticizing it, but they're warning for potential risks for the country and the cryptocurrency. When in the fuck does JPMorgan care about El Salvador or potential risks?
That is true.
What are you? That's the most bullshit I've heard about life. Come on, man. JPMorgan expert group led by Stephen Palacio. He released a report suggesting that El Salvador adopting BTC as legal tender could put a strain on the Bitcoin network. Obviously, my guy's never heard of Lightning Network, Liquid Network, Blockstream Satellite. You can actually do NFC, Bluetooth payments with Bitcoin. Obviously doesn't know that technology scales. You sound like the people talking about Amazon back in the day. And of course, he says the use of Bitcoin as legal tender will potentially put a significant limitation on Bitcoin's capability to serve as a medium of exchange. Again, whenever somebody wants to make an argument against Bitcoin, they start talking about why they can't buy coffee with it. Even though you can, at the end of the day, Bitcoin as a global reserve asset could still be worth trillions of dollars and never be used as medium of exchange. That's what people don't understand. Nobody spends gold, nobody spends silver, and total, that's $30 trillion market. So if Bitcoin just gets a piece of that, we're still well on our way. However, Bitcoin can be used for medium of exchange, as has been proven. It says daily payment activity will represent 4% of on-chain transaction and more than 1% the total value of tokens which have been transferred. So again, they don't understand what scaling means. Yes, it may start there. Just like in 2013, I had like 0.1% of the mining power in the world.
Hey, you remember when our Bitcoin stash was like a nice little percent of the total?
Yeah, it was like the percent of the entire pie. So of course, and then as it scales out, that number gets lower. These idiots, actually, they're not idiots. This is what we call being nefarious. They know what they're doing, and they are the arm of the government that has to speak out on the money issues. They'll criticize El Salvador as much as they want, but they're just mad because they're not getting a piece of the pie. And at this point, any report put out by any bank, if it's talking about Bitcoin's shortfalls or why it won't work, and they're trying to help you because it's risky, you already know what it is. They're not trying to help you. They do not have your best interest at heart. So this entire report, yeah, we can go ahead and Kobe that right into the trash. Nobody cares about this.
Bro, you are on fire today. Good gracious. It came back. Yeah, that little week off, but that's all you needed. It came back with a vengeance.
Hey, listen, man, I'm excited.
Hey, I'm with you, though. Going back to the first thing you said, I think encapsulates it all. You just said, when has JPMorgan ever gave a fuck about El Salvador? Like that's the whole article right there. That should have been the first and last sentence of the article, because when I've never, the great people of El Salvador have always been allies. Come on, I ain't seen one of them speeches written up in a minute. Goodness said Bitcoin say your Lightning is way better these days, right?
Oh, yeah, shout out
to them all the time.
Shout out to CoinDesk hooking a brother up with the setup. That's what I'm talking about. That's what happened.
Moving on up.
Yeah. They see HD cameras and mics. See,
there we go. Hey, make sure you all smash that like and share button, please. Make sure you smash that like and share button. Let's see. Rashu, I didn't check it out. It said, I know you all peep Roger Vera host Swag Change on B-Boy podcast. I haven't seen it, but I can only imagine.
Oh, man.
Let's see what's going on. BTCJ, what's going on? Said, thought YouTube was tripping last week. Almost created a new account. Hey, much appreciated. Everybody kept saying, WGB says, yo, I thought you all got a shoulder tap. No, people, we just literally decided to chill out. And no, the masterclass is going on. Bitcoin's age traveling. I'm traveling and running around. It's a lot happening. We're both working projects in different areas as well. So it's just a lot going on. But we are back. Don't worry. Every now and then we will take those occasional 2 or 3 days or weeks off. But we're not going nowhere. This is what we do. We talk about crypto every day. So we tell everyone we talk about crypto every day. So we're not going anywhere. So I keep seeing people come. I'm asking as well the price on the masterclass. I'm about to bring up the pricing for you right now as to where to subscribe on our website. Again, you can go to thegentlemanofcrypto.com. Just scroll down to the bottom of the site here. Let me share this screen here. Scroll down to the bottom of the site where you can sign up for our email list, our newsletter list. And then from there, again, we'll be sending out those email codes today. So I'm going to bring up that site here. And for the pricing, here's the pricing. I got windows everywhere, man. You know how that is. Windows and tabs everywhere. No worries. There we go. trying to bring up the sales page. All right, so here's the pricing. The Master Edition, again, 14 modules, 12 hours will be $2,000, essentially $1,999. The Beginner Edition is $999. That's 7 modules. And then if you just want to buy the DeFi yield farming and credit-free collateralized loans on their own, that's $650 on its own. So again, whatever works best for you. Again, for the beginner, we do suggest for people who literally are just stepping foot into crypto, or you're buying it for someone. For those who don't know anything about crypto, either the expert edition, if you want them to go ahead and learn about DeFi, yield farming, everything, or just the beginner. Of course, if you've been in it for a while, the expert edition is definitely for you. And if you feel like you're literally just here for the DeFi yield farming, we put that to the side for you as well. So those are the prices on it. And again, you can go to the geminthecrypto.com, scroll to the bottom, and from there, you can subscribe to our website. Here, I'm going to actually bring that up as well. There it is. So here's our website. You just scroll to the very bottom and you see this: join the KRBE Digital Assets Group newsletter today. Put your name, email, sign up there. You should get another confirmation email, so make sure you confirm that. And then again, we will send those discount codes to you here in the next probably hour or so, right after this show, sooner than an hour. We'll send it right to you. So be on the lookout. And those, again, we'll keep it open for next 24 to 48 hours for sure. Make sure you have a chance to use that.
Oh, yeah.
And there will be more in the future. All right. And last but not least, on today's show, very interesting story here. Ukrainian police seize 3,800 PS4 consoles used for illegal crypto mining. Didn't even know this was possible. Bitcoin's Day, what's going on here in Ukraine?
Oh man, yeah, me and me both. I figured there was something with being able to use PS4s for it, but I didn't think somebody could pull it off. But apparently, miners use an empty warehouse of electricity supply company to plug into the grid and mine crypto on a variety of devices, including gaming consoles, which are PS4s. So, according to this announcement from the Security Service of Ukraine, the facility was located on the former premises of JSC Vinny. I'm gonna stop right there. An electricity supply company. The illegal crypto miners concealed their activities by manipulating electricity meters to steal electricity from JSC. Described as the largest underground mining operation, they have 5,000 computer equipment units, 3,800 PlayStation 4s, 500 graphics cards, 50 processing units, notebooks, phones, flash drives, everything you need to mine. And they said they had an electricity shortage between 186,000 and 259,000 was the cost. So PlayStation 4, as they say here, it's not actually ideal to mine cryptocurrency, but people find a way. And I will say my old job before I got into Bitcoin, I literally joined that job because in IT, there's always a back room nobody goes into. It's like old stuff. And I used that back room to mine Bitcoin while I was at work. The electricity bill went up a little bit, but they also hired like 15 people right when I came in. So it was like they didn't notice it. So I can see why people do this, but I actually asked the CEO if I could do it. And he was like, I don't even know what that is. Yeah, go ahead. But these guys just did it. They just took it, plugged it in, and was like, we're using y'all power, forget it. So you hate to see it because some people just take those chances. But I'm telling you, when people get desperate, they'll find a way. And in Ukraine, it looks like they just wanted to figure out how to mine Bitcoin for themselves.
There it is. This is hilarious, but true. Tony Nolly, what's going on? So when you hear, quote, I'm from the government / a bank and I'm here to help, run. Mm-hmm. That is true. You never really hear them help. What's going on, Philip Shaw? Thank you for that. Aaron, thank you for the tip. Zay, any recommendations on the resources to learn coding, Solidity, and Flash loans?
So Solidity, you can actually learn that straight off the Ethereum website. They have an entire module for you, how to code it out completely. As far as Flash loans, if you're talking about DeFi Flash loans, we do have that in the course where we talk about the different types of Flash loans that can happen. But if you want a comprehensive course on Flash loans, I haven't seen it. That's one of the things where we teach it, but you also have to do your own research because that is very risky. So Solidity, Ethereum, Flash loans, check out our course. Or
Flash loans in regards to collateralized ones, or?
Oh, well, I'm thinking he's asking about DeFi as far as.
If he's talking about DeFi, then that's in depth. We go over that.
We have it in depth in the course. So yeah, I mean, that's already there. But somewhere else, I haven't seen it per se.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, out of all the videos and tutorials I've seen for the yield farms and the DeFi space, like total videos, I've only seen seven or eight. And like I said, one's in French. I still watch it. You can actually understand if you understand what's going on when you watch them click, if you know what's happening on the protocols. but one's in French, and like one is like a dude. He's actually it's a decent explanation, but like he's kind of one of the, like in the basement type of dudes.
Yeah,
so it's kind of like it's strange the way he's explaining it, but if you know what he's talking about, you kind of get him.
Yeah, he had to tell his mom shut up right before he started.
Yeah, exactly. Like not even
Hey,
being
mom,
funny.
shut up! I'm doing that.
Trying to explain something down here.
Tutorial down here. Make sure my grilled cheese ain't cold.
Trying to moon this Lambo out. What's going on? But exactly. So yeah, honestly, people, that's why we're saying it's like honestly, if you have it, the expert edition is worth it. It is a deal. Like it is definitely a deal because some of the things we've shown in the expert edition, like I said, I paid half Ethereum to learn. So we're talking about 2,000 for the whole thing. So yeah, we're super excited about it. That is the masterclass. That is officially out. Again, the codes will be out to here in the next hour for you. Other than that, Kids Camp is coming up, right? Bitcoin Day?
Oh yeah, starting today, baby. Online signups, we have finished them. If you happen to have somebody in person in Charlotte, we are still taking a couple more kids into the crypto kids or Bitcoin Kids Camp. Charlotte, North Carolina starts today 1 to 3. So even if you don't catch it today, July 12th is the first date today. The 19th is the next date, and the 26th is the final one. And also, too, if you are in Charlotte, the 27th, having a book tour event for parents. So the parents of these kids will learn about Bitcoin for free right after the camp ends, July 27th. And then doing a presentation for Bitcoin Charlotte, July 28th. Called Why Kids Need Bitcoin. So again, this entire month is dedicated to teaching kids about Bitcoin. If you have kids, sign them up. If you want to be online, unfortunately, we got too many kids. Got way too many. So that starts today.
There we go. Nice. And this is the first one that's happening?
Very first one. Yep. Today they'll be learning about Satoshi. They'll play a little bit of Bitopoly, created by Fold. Also Shot Armory. I got the game up there somewhere. They'll be playing these different games to learn about it. Also getting wallets set up. Hopefully they can visit an ATM next week and then create their NFT the following week.
Woo-wee. That is a kids camp if I've ever heard of one. There we go. All right. Also, just as some off comments, it is crazy. I've seen Monero spray painted on sidewalks in LA now. There's literally cryptocurrency advertising from different companies that there's companies I never heard of that are talking about want to earn in crypto, want to save in crypto, like this on bus stops. Like on the, like you said, the electric boxes. I mean, I am seeing different type of cryptocurrency advertising everywhere in LA. People aren't taking cash. It is happening in front of us. It's happening slowly and quietly, but it's like happening in front of us. I don't know what to say. It's crazy.
Oh man, tell me about it. And people they're gonna look in retrospect and say it was inevitable. That's the worst part. They're gonna be like, yeah, of course this was supposed to happen. Yeah, but right now, people still blind.
There it is. There it is. Okay, other than that, make sure you all smash that like and share. Will we be able to pay in crypto for the class?
Yeah, if we send you the email and you email us back, we can send you invoice for the course, and then we'll send you the discount code because you paid, and then you'll be able to get into it free.
There it is.
Yeah, so just have that option. But
this email is if you want to do it, per crypto. But yeah, of course, some of these bigger platforms, they don't allow it right now, but of course, we'll take it and we'll just send you the licensing key or link. And also, yeah, for bigger businesses who are out there interested, we'll also include that on the site for businesses who say, hey, what if you want to buy 10 or 15, 20 licenses? Of course, we can do that as well. Yep. Other than that, that is the show for today. Make sure you smash that like and share, and we will see you all some more crypto news tomorrow. Cheers.
Cheers.